All right. So I got, we got our two special guests in the back, so we're gonna bring them up and we're gonna expound on this. And before we open this up, like he said, we have to let you guys know what exactly is BDE. All right, BDE is big dick energy. Right? Y'all
Chill.
heard Sweetie talk about it. Y'all heard Kim Kardashian spoke about that with Pete Robinson. You know what I mean? And it's going down. Thank you so much, babe. It is going down, people. So it is going up, as I should say for the man. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But Gas Tribe TV podcast where we first out that bull. Let's guesses up before I end up going into the podcast. Miss Cat, how are you? And Miss Maggie, how you guys been?
Great,
Gang,
thank
gang, gang,
you.
gang, gang.
Gang.
Excited to
You
be
know,
here.
this is oh, that's great. How's you guys week been? Well, weekend. How was the weekend?
Oh,
Mine was pretty
Can you hear me? Can you hear
uneventful.
me?
I did not do much at all.
No.
I got
I
food
did.
poisoning. I think I got
Really?
COVID again, but I'm not sick today, so I guess I'm good.
I went to a water park and
Damn.
slept.
You went to
While
the
the
water
kids
park.
had fun, I got my rest.
How was the so your my weekend was pretty working, you know what I mean? Went on to the little outing with the family and shit like that, and came back to the tilt and just worked my ass off, you know what I mean? But and I mean, hey, I get it. Some of us gotta work, some of us, what I mean, are able to go and to amusement park and sleep, and that sounds like more
Yeah.
but yeah, we talking about it tonight. What is so how women are with like opening up about sex? Because I know sex is like kind of a like kind of an intense topic sometimes when you're talking with certain women. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be like overbearing as a dude. You don't want to be like, yeah, you like a doggy style, mama? You like a missionary? You know what I
The
mean?
thing is,
Hey, look,
we enjoy talking about sex too. We just don't want you to bring it up so soon.
I was just
Okay.
about to say, Biz, you
Like
talking
we
about
enjoy,
equality at the same time.
especially today's day and age. Like women are more open about it. So we're not afraid about it. We're not afraid to show our sexuality. We just don't want you to come at us about it too soon because then we feel like you think, we're open, we out there, we, promiscuous. Um, it's like, but once we get to know each other, you probably gonna have to tell us to chill out, calm down. Well, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but got that Scorpio energy to match that BDE.
You scratching on the right
Okay,
giant right
so this whole BD, I'm a nice little Christian girl, so y'all gonna have to break down BDE to me.
Big dick energy.
Break it down
Yeah.
further. What does that mean, though?
So
You
Really?
before we get into that, I wanted to kind of like just see, just kind of we usually bring out a couple topics till we get to the big major one, the meat and
Okay.
potatoes, right?
Okay.
And throughout this conversation or podcast, you're gonna kind of understand. By the time we get there, you're gonna kind of understand what is BDE, right?
Oh Lord.
And I get a little feedback from someone. Anybody got feedback? So, but and inside of these convos, is that me or I'm getting like a feedback or somebody? Anyway, put yourself on maybe some. But anyway,
trying to figure it out right now.
yeah. So BDE is just literally a thing that what men was that women made this term up, and so throughout tonight, you guys are gonna really kind of see what BDE. But I wanted to say talk about open the conversation up and to see like why. Because certain times, man, it could be a little bit like we could be kind of weird when it comes to talking about sex, even approaching women about it.
Mhm.
Maggie, explained about it like, well, yeah, on the first time meeting your ass, nigga, like we ain't trying to like, what I mean, talk about sex first. I at least want to know, like, what the fuck you doing, motherfucker? You on mute. You on mute. You
I'm
on mute,
sorry, I
Maggie.
muted.
He's on
My
mute.
bad. That's my family. Go ahead, Mac.
But go ahead.
I was saying because once we start talking about sex, we think you expect it at that time. Like now you expect us to give it to you, but we just want to talk about it. That might not be the case, especially probably not Kat's case
Hold
either.
Hold on, because it's been plenty of times where where I have went out with them. Like I was in a date. I don't know if I think I've had up.
You were what?
I've dated a lot of them. I mean, from the twos to
There's like music in the
and then,
background.
yeah, that's Biz Bag. That's Biz's
Oh,
bag.
I was like, what?
Mute
I'll
him.
fix that.
You said you dated a lot of women in the past, and what?
And yeah, no, that's Biz. And like I got everybody telling me it's music. Like, okay, I got it. All right, I muted them. So I've dated a lot of women, and there's been a lot of women that actually put themselves out there. And don't get me wrong, like even my sisters, like they're Christian women. Like I have a sister, right? And I shall not name names. But she's very open, and she really doesn't care. She's very successful. And she doesn't need a man, but when it comes to a man, she's very open. She's very out there. And I've actually been very, I guess, privy to enjoy that type of women with, I guess, myself. I go out and date a woman in 5 minutes. They'd be like, yo, you fine as fuck, I'll fuck the shit out of you. And I'm like, yo, whoa, buy me a drink first.
You could follow her lead, in that
The
case.
question is, did you say yes or no? That's the question.
He said, yeah.
You know what?
Men are sluts. Men are bigger sluts than us.
No. I've met my entire life. Like everybody, most women look at me and they'll go, "Oh yeah, you just fucking it and walking." And I'm like, "No, that's not the case." So like, I'll talk a big game and I'll sit there and I'm like, "Yeah, girl, I'll sit there and do all that. Get down to it. I'll say good night and kiss you on the forehead and let you go." Because I always no, you say that, right? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna front. There has been times where I've been drunk or having a good time, and I'm like, girl, look, this is fun. Don't get me wrong, I am a guy at the end of the day, but has there been majority of the time I'll sit there and talk a good game. I talk a good game. I'll be like, yo, this and that, and then at the end of the night, girls will be like thinking like, oh, this nigga's about to try to seduce me. No, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you next week. Whatever the case may be.
And sometimes that means you might be a disappointment then, because
What'd you say?
I said in that case, he might end up being a disappointment. She might have been ready at that point. You warmed her up just to leave her hanging.
How many times have you guys do that to us?
It's different. There's double standards.
I always do that too, man. She should make him wait.
It's not different. You know what it is? You know what is the difference is? Blue balls and no balls. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all, it's not. Y'all can go in there and warm y'all shit back up and be done. And whacking this off is not fun. It might be the best decision, but it's not fun.
You know what? I always thought men were lying about blue balls. I always thought men were lying. Like, y'all not telling the truth. Y'all don't really get blue balls.
Blue balls, just not balls. Like, they do have like those urges and feelings, and they have to suppress them.
You start throbbing.
No, but I mean,
it hurts. It legitimately hurts. Look, it does. It literally hurts. You get all this. I guess I don't know what you call it. It fucking hurts. Man, you know, I'll be telling my girl to do that shit to me. I'm like, yo, you get angry. You get angry because you like.
So I have a question.
You really get sensitive.
If you guys know you guys get blue balls, you know you'll be in pain. Why not release yourself?
Before
you can.
Good question.
It's called porn. It's called 5-finger discount. Motherfuckers
it's not the same.
The motherfuckers do. I mean, it's not the same.
5-finger discount be used in that way.
You know, it ain't like the best. You know, if anybody can notice, I got a band playing in the studio right now, so I may not talk as much. I will be just bringing out the conversation until the band gets out. To get out about maybe another 10 minutes. But people, y'all go ahead and have the conversation, and I don't want this to interrupt the combo. So I'm gonna
You
bring
know
out the
that actually,
questions. Notice go bring out the question. I'll play some videos. But go ahead. What you say?
that was a good question, man. Like, why don't
It froze.
Why
You froze.
don't?
You froze. Why don't?
Why don't?
now you asked the question, right?
You
Why
said why don't
if
what?
you know it's gonna hurt?
Oh, notice. Don't finish your statement. We can't hear you.
He said, "If you, I guess if you know it's gonna hurt, you know, like."
Why don't
What
you
was your
relieve
question, though?
yourself? That's what I had asked. If you know you get blue balls, or you know you're in pain, like why not relieve yourself? Like blue balls shouldn't be a thing when you have the power to release.
Yeah, you know, I don't think it's. I think it's a male ego thing, and sometimes, like being men, some of us could get like the, oh man, you jacking up, man, you can't get no pussy because you jack up, blah 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 blah. So sometimes it become like an ego thing with men. Sometimes, you know what I mean. So I can understand why that would be a question, you know, because it that does happen a lot, like where men get, and that's some high school shit, you know what I mean. As men get older, motherfuckers consume porn so much, it's ridiculous. That's why the porn industry makes so much fucking money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's and now it's I'm starting to see that it's women kind of leading the charts in it. You know what I mean? When it comes
To watching it, right?
to watching it,
Yeah,
even
because
like
we don't
more.
have that ego problem about masturbating.
Yeah, I don't.
I
She
feel
said
bad.
that.
No,
She
no,
was
no,
like telling on herself tonight. Mhm.
Right.
I feel totally different from like that. I don't think that I don't know. I just look at sex a little bit different than the average person does, I guess.
And then how was that, Kat? What do you mean?
I mean, because the best sex is relationship sex when you're in a solid, solidified relationship. All the other stuff is just. Why are you looking at me crazy? I'm telling you, like all that craziness. There's too much drama that goes on when you're hopping from one person to another,
Okay,
from emotional drama to
I
disease.
agree.
It's
true.
just.
I
It's not.
definitely agree.
Mm-mm.
That's not what I'm saying. You said
Oh,
what you're getting on. You said the best sex is when you're emotionally tied to somebody, right? When you're like
absolutely,
intimate with somebody. That's not the best sex.
absolutely.
Fuck no. Hell no. Hell
Well,
no. And now
I
Maybe
look,
it's different for women than it is for men because
exactly. I'm
I
like,
agree
some
with what
women
she's
don't get to
saying.
be
I
emotionally
like
tied to
intimate
a man,
sex.
and other women do. Like, I think for a man, that should be very scary if you're with a woman who is not emotionally tied to you, does not love you, does not have anything for you except for your looks. Because that means that she would do that to the next guy that looks just like you or better. Like, that's to me
well,
as a man, I would be
I guess,
looking at that
I guess I'm getting hung up on the part you said that is the best sex. Now,
relationship.
now
Yeah,
because I've had
preferably marriage.
great sex. I've had really great sex with a long time relationship of my partner, and I've had great, even better sex with somebody I've only known for 2 days. Like, you know what I mean? So, like,
That's
and I know women that have done it, and vice versa. You
a
can't
lot of
say
women
that
do.
because you haven't been out there, but I don't know, Maggie. Have you met a guy that's blew your socks off and then been in a long-term relationship? And yeah, the sex was great and it was good, but you still reminisce about that one dude, like, fuck, man.
Yeah, because just because you care about somebody does not mean that they perform to your standards. Does not mean they
True.
can last. You know, as long as you like. It's like
But
emotions doesn't bring all of that. Just because you care about somebody doesn't mean he's willing to do certain things that you enjoy.
Correct.
So there, but I see what she means because I prefer to have sex with somebody that I want to kiss, that is gonna sweet, say sweet nothings into my ear while he's in it, as opposed to somebody who just wants to smash me over and hit it from the back. Like that is not as enjoyable. You kind of feel used. It's like I want to give. I'm sorry?
Not all the time, right?
She's like,
I mean, because you can have that kind of sex with somebody, like I can have a past with somebody, and so therefore it's like I feel like with me, I don't like to put a new man under the belt, like So I'd rather go to an ex before I go deal with somebody new. So I might still be able to get that intimacy with the ex. And I'm not going to want to put that much effort into the new guy because I don't know you like that.
why are you shocked at that? Why are you looking like that?
Yes. You know what? This is why I'm shocked, because you rather put energy into the old dude and old sex and new energy into the new dude and teaching him how to blow your socks off. That blows my mind. I mean,
if this new dude has that potential and you want that relationship with him, then yeah, you would try that. But if it's just like a new dude and you guys haven't made it that far to that level, it's like I'd probably want to go this way. If we just went on a date or two, it's like I might not be ready to give it to you. I might not feel that connection just yet. So I might take it to the ex.
See what I mean? Women are different.
Yeah, women are conniving.
I'm not sleeping with no ex. If he's my ex, it's what he is, my ex. So I don't want to sleep with him anymore because I didn't want to be with him. Like it didn't work out. So everybody's different.
Maybe I shouldn't say my ex. Maybe I should say my in-between boyfriend.
No, but some people do sleep with their exes.
No, exes are a thing for women.
But they have no intention of ever getting back with them, which is crazy to me. But
would you say, Kat? I'm sorry.
I said there's a lot of women who will sleep with their ex and they have no intentions on ever being back with him, which I think is crazy to me. But they do it just because he's thirsty and he'll do it to them.
Because he's easy.
It's because it's safe dick. It's familiar dick. You know what it is.
It's familiar. I don't think it's safe, but it's familiar. Yes.
They know what it feels like. You're like, okay, I know what he knows me. I know them. I don't think it has anything to do with anything else. It's the same thing why any man would go back to his ex when he, even though the bitch, excuse me, for lack of better words, the bitch might be crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's like she might be clinically insane, but he'll go back to it just like, yo, I just know she got that bomb. You know what I mean? I know I can get it because it's safe.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's easy. That it's easy. That's why. But nothing good comes.
There's
easy.
No challenge. See, I like it, and you know what? There's always been a saying in some of the boys I know. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing better than pussy than new pussy.
I've heard that. The best pussy is new pussy.
It's new pussy. That's
but guys, I've also heard that the best pussy is pregnant pussy. So
you know what? That shit is true. I thought that shit was a myth. That shit.
He is really. Get her knocked up, I guess. That's the thing you guys are trying to say.
Don't get me wrong, and look, don't take this in a weird way. I think pregnant women are fucking beautiful as fuck to me. I don't know what
I agree.
I think they're gorgeous. I look at them and I look at them like an amazement, like they're Mona Lisa.
Like a goddess.
They do to me.
Yeah.
To me. And then
I love being pregnant.
And don't get me. This is the weird part. Like, I don't want to have sex with them, but I'm attracted to them, even if they're not mine. I don't want to. It's not necessarily that I want to have sex with them, but I'm attracted to them. I'm like, fuck, you're beautiful, and it doesn't mean like I want to do something crazy. Like someone would be like, yo, nigga, that's weird shit to say. But I'm just being real. Like I just like a flower. I'm like, yo, I want to smell the flower. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty.
Nice.
I just think women are beautiful when they're pregnant.
So I wanna before we get too far in, I want to get to some of these comments.
Oh no, not the comments.
I know they've been going in. He said, "How you gonna have a long time? You can't be fucking with us."
Yeah, you can't get
Also, he says, a high percentage of women are into BDSM, but gotta hide it because they deal with normal men.
What is BDSM? Like, tell me what.
Bondage, sexual, slapping the shit out that booty, and then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking
So BDSM
chokehold
is
in your ass.
yeah, it's that
I don't
shit like
know,
you put the
but it's
collar,
better.
put them in the dog cage. Or you know what I mean? Or you slam the door on top of their ass, or you put them in the trunk and then you go rob them and shit like
Wait,
that.
so BDSM is when you give extreme pain to somebody?
I know it's extreme.
No, it's
It's just fucking crazy. All that shit you see, you read in the books. You ever read those sex books? You know what I
No.
mean? Okay, so all right, have you seen the movie 50 Shades of Grey?
Yes, I saw that.
Okay, you know the dungeon?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
you're
fucking.
saying more
yes.
women are into that and gotta hide it? I don't know.
You need to Google some shit.
I think it is. I think he's hitting something, hitting on something because of the fact that sometimes we are afraid to let a man know too much about our sexuality because we fear being judged. So there
What?
might, yeah,
See, no. Okay, here's my thing. If you're in a relationship, right?
Right.
Then your spouse should be open to pleasing you and you open to pleasing them, and you should talk about anything. Nothing in your bedroom is off the table if you guys are both in agreement. So that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you be getting into a relationship with somebody you're not comfortable enough to say, hey, look, I like when you slap my butt, or I like when you whatever that is that
I have an example.
I think before you go, Maggie, I think
Hold
I know
on.
what
Let
you
let
said. I think I know
let,
what you
let
said.
What's the example, Maggie?
Um, I dated somebody like that. I'm like, I've been to swinger parties. I'm into, watching people being watched, maybe not necessarily the whole multiple partners. I don't, but to, go with my partner to be watched and things of that nature. And then I started dating somebody who had mentioned and said things like, oh, he heard about somebody going to a swinger party. And he said something to the extent that, oh, if you're into that kind of stuff, then tell me now because we don't need to move forward. And it's like, okay, well, maybe I could just suppress that part. Like, we don't have to let nobody watch us.
But
You
you
know
know
what I mean?
what? Don't you think that's fair though? That he don't you think that's like it was good for him to say that because
Yeah, because I'd snitch on myself and I'd lose them.
yeah, but I mean, but
Yeah,
isn't that a
that's what
better
the fuck you
situation than
was.
for you to get with somebody, right? Say this guy puts a ring on your finger and you're into all these things that he's not into. Now you're not going to be happy for the rest of your life with this person, right? It's better to cut it in the
I see what you're
beginning.
saying, but like swinger thing isn't necessarily like detrimental. It isn't like a make or break for me. It's something that, if you're into it, I'll enjoy doing it, but it's like I don't have to go. I
Yeah.
haven't been to a swinger party in years and I'm fine with that. You know what I mean?
But
So
some
it
guys
won't
might be like,
necessarily.
I'm not getting with nobody like that.
But there's also like I've been with a guy that was like he likes, attention on his rear end. And it's like, okay, well, I'm glad. Thank you for sharing, but I'm not into that. And it's like that's something he just gonna have to suppress if he with me. So I
So
feel
let
like as long as we talk about it, we can make that decision whether this is something we want to pursue or not, something we want to act on or not. And I don't feel like we have to just because we're into it. It's like, okay, well, if you don't want to do this, I like my feet rubbed. If he doesn't want to rub my feet, I'm not gonna end the whole relationship. I'm just gonna try to slide it in every here and now and then.
so
See
so
if
let
I
me
can warm them up to it.
be clear. Pat, you're very conservative when it comes to
Extremely.
relationship and sex life, right?
I wouldn't say I'm conservative. I would say that sex is a spiritual thing for me. It's not just, oh, I'm just gonna go out there and be with whoever because that's a bond with somebody. Those are spiritual soul ties. So I'm not about to have multiple soul ties with randoms. Like that's crazy to me. There's nothing but destruction that comes to that
Nothing wrong
in
with that.
my
What's your
opinion,
spirit
in
animal?
the end.
What's your spirit animal?
I'm just saying, like, I'd rather have all those freaky moments with that one person and that be my
Definitely.
soul tie than
Okay,
to be sharing my bedroom, my space, my energy, my body with, you know,
great. I'm glad
everybody
that
at some random club or random
you said
party.
that. So you got a man, right? You've been together 5 years. You guys
Mhm.
are tied together. You in this particular, and you guys have just done like I like to call it basic sex, right? You just did the basic, right? You just
Okay.
all right. Now he wants to spice it up. Are
Okay.
you open? Are you completely open to spicing it up, or do you have a limitation to that spice?
Absolutely. Well, because first of all, I wouldn't be with anybody without having that conversation before we made that decision to be together. Like, hey, what do you
Is
like?
that
What
what
do
you're
you
doing?
not
Is
like?
that what you're doing when you're talking to him too? I wouldn't, you know. I mean,
Well, no, I'm saying, but those are
I'm messing
conversations
with
like,
you. I'm messing with you.
no, it's just when you're dating, right? You should be having those conversations. Hey, like, do you like to explore? Do you like having more than one person in the bedroom? Do you like being, exclusive with your partner? Have you ever had any gay or like lesbian types of, what,
But
like
what if he
find out who
changes?
the person is before you even go there? Because if they're
What
on
if
the
he
same page,
evolves?
what if he's
What if he
what?
evolves? What if he?
I
What
was
if
just
he?
about to say, so you don't think that there
Like
will
he
be
Why?
evolves.
anything new that they might be exposed to or they might want to try that they never have
I
tried?
mean,
Or
I mean, everybody should always be evolving in your relationship, right?
Okay, now we get somewhere. Okay, go ahead.
But it wouldn't be with multiple people. We ain't doing that kind of involving. You know what
That's
I
fine.
mean?
That's
no, we're
fine.
talking about if you were in a relationship with somebody
Mhm.
and you were like 5 years in and then he
He
now
just
wants to
says, "Oh
try
yeah, I want
something
another
new.
dude in the
Are
room
you
with us or something."
No, he want to put you in
Oh,
a swing. No, he want to. You know what? He wants you to put a maid outfit on, and then he gonna come rob the place and then steal the pussy. That type of shit.
what's wrong with
I would
that?
try it.
That's
Okay,
good. Like she's, yeah, that's your man. If he's like wants to
let me.
play the wordplay and all that, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so okay.
When
Now, if
that,
he tells
well,
me he
they would
wants me to get on
consider
a
that
bus and his friends are going to run a train on me, that's totally different. But if it's just
Yeah, that's
between
they
different.
him
would
and I, that spiritual soul tie is not broken, right? We're
they
just
would
having
So you
well
saying that you can't have
that
multiple spirit soul ties with other people too? It can't go.
everybody can do it. I prefer to have that one person that is my
Gotcha.
big
But it
daddy.
can't go 4 ways.
How's
But
that?
Spirit.
he
what I'm saying
he
is it's
pushing
much
it.
different.
He
Help me understand. What's the
he
four
pushing
ways?
it.
I'm just saying.
He
You say you
pushing it.
rather have
Let me
spiritual
continue with
ties.
the
I'm asking,
comments.
in the
Let me go
spiritual
with the,
ties go 4 ways? Like, can it just like what I mean? Just yeah. What if you're the
Ah,
last one on earth?
let me
I'm just
let me
ask the craziest questions.
let me y'all want to actually I want to continue with the comments. Let me finish this right quick before we go.
No, I really want. I
He
really
said
want. Do you not think spiritual ties can go 4 ways? Like, what if you were the last 4 people on earth? It's
uh,
2 women, 2 of y'all, and then 2 men.
we better pick one.
Y'all, come on, man. They gotta have a little fun. It's the last 4. The
Yeah,
last 4 on earth.
I'll just rather be by myself.
You like put me in jungle and
UKTA says Notice got that food stamp Wi-Fi tonight. He
fuck
always
you.
messing with
Okay?
you. LJ says sometimes it's gonna work just to do it that way anyway. I guess he's talking about when men pleasing themselves.
He said, I'm
Yella says, man, look, if it has to be done, it's
Racist.
gonna
he gonna beat it like a racist cop. Rodney King, I'm beat it like a cop.
right.
He said, Rodney King.
Yeah,
Big baby, let me beat it like a cow. LJ, it's the same. It's not the same satisfaction. Exactly what I was saying. And also, let's get to the last one before we get to our next one. I mean, we got quite a few here. But
Oh
Yella
yeah.
says, I'm a whisper in your ear. I've been trying to reach you by the car and extended warranty.
That's the one.
I don't do it.
Hey,
Quincy gonna drive real quick.
Shalai Hill say I'm with the guys. I'm with the guys right now about the blue balls because they can jack off all that, but it's not the same as the penetration or making love with their woman or wife.
Correct.
She
That's
over
why
there
God made
getting
us
all
for you guys.
philosophical and shit. Okay. Yeah, man. People, I want to get to the first video I wanted to kind of spring on you guys. Men have it easy. And this is kind of going into the whole structural thing as far as like the whole men can kind of swing their dick anywhere. They don't have to really worry about it. They can just kind of because they're they could get rich, they get rich and they get their pockets together and they get wealth and they can kind of do what they want. They can kind of demand what they want. And it's kind of true in a way when that type of dude is a bachelor or something like that, right? What I mean? We're not speaking for married men because then that would just be wrong in a sense. But we're speaking as like, bachelor men, single, or just motherfuckers who just like to fuck. Like they just got their weight up. And so this woman actually was on a podcast and she mentioned, and I thought it was a pretty big thing. And let's check it out.
I did SNL and then
like y'all have it easier because women have to be attractive. Y'all don't. You could be a 2 out of 10 but be rich, and now you're gonna pull some of the most attractive women ever.
So men have it easier
when it comes to like standards and off of first look.
She really
what?
said that. She must be around certain kind of guys. She's not around the everyday.
Oh no, y'all are crazy.
Guy.
Y'all are crazy. Women have to look top notch to get y'all's attention. Y'all could just have money. You could be in a strip club.
That's so cap.
That is not cap.
All right, now I'm gonna put the question below, but before I put the question, I would like for everybody's reaction on this. And Maggie, let's shoot for Maggie and Miss Cat, and Notice can end it before the conversation comes. Go ahead, Maggie.
What was the question?
No, I was gonna put it up, yeah, but I wanted your response, like your reaction to the video.
Reaction.
Yeah,
to the
and I'm gonna
video.
put the questions right, and I'm put the question right now.
I definitely agree that men have it easy, like easier when they have money, but at the same time, a lot of women don't really know what money looks like. I can just see like chains and fly shoes may look like money, but that man be broke. So it's a little, you could look like you got money and then he gonna get a little play. He really got money, then once it's known, women are gonna be ready to flock. But if you look like a 2, she gonna probably walk right past you because usually men with real money don't dress that fly. It's like they don't dress like they got money, and so it's like they'll easily be overlooked. It's not until you show them that you have money. I don't feel like popping the.
My take on that video is men and women with money have many options. Money always provides options, period. If a woman has a lot of money, there's always dudes who want a sugar mama. There's always dudes who are opportunists. And there's always men who are just looking for someone who's successful. So men and women with money are going to always have more options than people that don't. They're able to go more places. They're able to see more people. They're able to experience more things. So you're going to be exposed to more people, and more people are going to look at you and go, oh, I like her, or I like him.
I just think when you have a lot of money, the attraction isn't very genuine.
All right, y'all have a good one.
You too, boss man.
That's probably very, very true, because you don't know who's genuine and who's not, and that's on both sides, men and women. You have to be more careful.
That is correct. But Kat, I don't agree with you on it being the same as for if a woman was a baller, and it being the same as for men. I don't, because
I don't agree with that statement.
You don't think that women who have money can get men?
No. It's okay. So is it easier? Is it easier for a woman to get men? It's easy for a woman to get a guy, regardless.
Correct. That's what I was trying to say. If she has money, she's really going to be able to get guys.
No, I'm with on that. Women that have money are most likely they're the most ones that's unhappy because they can't solidify that because of their careers is all in the way. But that's another top convo. Yeah. But yeah. A
woman can get a man. It may not be the who she's looking for, because a lot of women who make money want a certain caliber.
That's why I said quality.
Who are rich are also messing with chicken head women. So it's just all about how you see it.
Rich men
aren't going to flaunt that. Oh, I have 10 guys calling me. a man who has 10 women calling him will flaunt it because that's
Not
his ego.
necessarily. Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
I mean, unless
think
he has wisdom to know, like, not to be, broadcasting and stuff like a Kobe Bryant type of guy. But other than that, yeah, like men are going to be more likely to be like, oh yeah, I got this. He's calling me and all this.
I think it's easier for a rich man to get a woman of quality.
You know what I mean? Like he wasn't
Did you
like
know
out
majority of rich men have multiple women? Majority of them. I would say probably about 98% of rich men have multiple women with wives. They have
and women have that same opportunity if they're wealthy. Now, will she take advantage of it and do it? I don't know, but she has the same opportunity because she's looked at a certain way because she has money. Yes, if you walk by Mariah Carey tomorrow and she says, "Hey, how you doing, Notice?" You're gonna be like, "Oh, how you doing?" You may be like, "Okay, I'm trying to rock with her." She says, "Hey, why don't you come out to dinner with me tonight?" She has power to do that if she wants to.
Yeah, but
the quality of the man that she's getting isn't usually on her level.
Correct, but neither are rich men. Rich men aren't messing with women on their level either. They're messing with just girls that are thirsty for a rich guy, right?
But to a man, the man doesn't like. A woman needs a man to bring money to the table to hold his own. A man doesn't necessarily need that from a woman. He doesn't really. A lot of men don't really care what the woman brings to the table as far as financial aspect. She could, as long as she's feminine and as long as she's domesticated and submissive, he will snatch her up, and she could have been on the county prior to, and he'd be okay with that. A woman's not going to do that. She's not going to see a man that doesn't have a job or she's that's on general relief and feel like, okay, I'm going to go and take care of this thing. Oh, I'm sorry, what was that?
I said a wealthy woman may not marry a guy like that, but she'll be sleeping with him because rich women have needs just like any other woman. So
I don't know about sleeping with him, but she'll fuck him one night. She'll do a one night stand. Yeah, you're right. I would go with that. Absolutely. Will she go be
all these wealthy single women out here? You don't think they're dating or messing with regular dudes if a rich guy has one?
I looked the app up. I was highly considering giving me a sugar mama. I was like, I see some shit on TikTok, and I was like, oh, these are some multi-million bitches out here. Excuse me, women out here that are looking for some strapping good lads. Okay, let me put my BDE in real quick. Nah, but I did. But yeah, I get it. I get it. But I still, and I digress a little bit. I still feel that it's not the same as men. Like Maggie said, men don't necessarily need a woman, but when they're rich, you can be the ugliest motherfucker on earth.
Okay.
The ugliest.
Okay.
Still pull back.
Rich women don't need men either.
Be the ugliest woman. Be the ugliest woman on earth. And have millions.
Like, whoa. Rich women don't need men either. They don't need a man. They already have their own money.
Women don't need men anyway. They want them.
I know, but a rich one definitely doesn't, because she does. Now it's like she doesn't need him to provide. She doesn't need any of that. She's got her own money.
I need a man.
The standards. I believe everybody, a man needs a woman needs a man. That's my belief.
Yes,
that's my
belief. I believe they need each other, but
it's like a battery. Negative need positive energy in order to operate. That's just my belief. Now, anybody else want to concur with that or disagree with it?
So I mean, y'all took it a lot deeper than I I was thinking, but I from the video perspective, I definitely and I don't agree with her that men have it easy, because I believe even if the man is rich, yeah, he'd be able to kind of like use his money to kind of swing around, but it's not going to be like what he would. You know how many rich dudes are beta as shit? You get what I mean? And they literally pay for punani. Like they be 100 racks. They paying escorts.
Money does not bring happiness.
That's their option. That's their option to do that. They do that. They have options. Poor people don't have options. Basic niggas do not. They have limited options. Excuse me. Basic niggas have limited options. Rich niggas
That's
have
not what.
Not if he got that BDE.
That's
BDE
what.
or not.
But check. But what I'm telling you is that it doesn't. It doesn't. I honestly, a woman would be with the guy, and I'm gonna put the question up here because it's gonna tie it to my question. Sexually, I believe that a woman can work at McDonald's and a dude could pull up, balling out the yin yang, but the way she approaches him, or her demeanor that comes across, or her like that femininity that makes him like, oh shit, damn girl, you why you working here type shit. You know what I mean? That can change a whole perspective. Now, it's not the same for women. It's like if a rich woman, you know what I mean, is driving through the drive-through and she see a dude there, and he could look good all he wants, but she is not trying to get this nigga number.
No,
She gonna drive, thank you, and keep driving off. So it's a total difference, and like that's something that we don't see. Like we not like really looking at it in real life. Like this is real fucking life. You know what I mean?
So
a woman with money finds
not?
wait. A woman with money finds herself more sophisticated than a dude. So much like if a dude got money, he's like, yeah, it's just money. I'm able to get it. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah. It's what I'm built to do, right? It's what I'm built to do. I'm built to work. I'm built to go out and to provide and blah blah, right? That's just men, right? But then you get like women who will get into these force fields and they like, well, I got the car, I got the house, I got the, you know what I mean? I got what you got. I heard, you know what? A woman said this the other day on the podcast that really made sense. She was like, she was like, we tried to get what y'all got. And the fact that we got it, we brag about it to you guys as if this what you guys do to each other. And it was like, well, and the dudes was like, yeah, I get that, but that's not what dudes do. Like dudes will do that unless they have to. But a lot of time dudes are really just, you know what I mean, trying to just keep their weight up and get their weight up. But women are flashing to us like that's something we cherish. Like we don't want to, like, what do I look like having a woman that like, damn, you must have been okay, cool. You can do your thing. You know what I mean? Go off and do right. What you need
talked
me
about
for?
this before, like the
Right.
insecurity.
No, that's not insecure. No, that's not
Yes,
insecure.
it is. Because like a
No,
woman,
that's not.
I'm a woman, right? If I roll up at McDonald's and I seen this fine guy looking like Shamar Moore and he's in the drive-through, I'm gonna talk to him.
Keep driving.
Because guess what? Mindset and the right character, and they can be a partner to you versus some guy who's already wealthy, but he don't want to share nothing with you, and he's cheating on you and he's dogging you the whole time. Like, which one would you rather have?
Wait. But Miss Cat,
I'd rather cry in a Bentley.
You said
Miss Cat. But what
I'm sorry, no.
Right, but Miss Cat, look, check this out. Check. You have to be with that person
beating my behind
to know that he's even going to be worth something. Just because he's at McDonald's and he looks good does not mean he's going to treat you well. Does not just like you don't know, and I just wouldn't want to take that chance.
We don't know either way, though, right? A wealthy guy, you don't know if he's really gonna take care of you, if he's gonna leave you for not. Like,
but I'd rather take that chance in Dubai, like, and then find out that it didn't work out afterwards, as opposed to in the McDonald's driveway.
I fucking love it. I fucking love it. I love it. Because
there's two separate women. Women totally don't.
I love it because this is it is perfect. It's perfect because Kat, honestly, you are what a lot of niggas look for. A lot of, and you walk right, and
I can't tell.
Before you, and that's a compliment. But before I get that, and I praise that too much, because you probably have the same conversation you have looked past the dude at Arby's. Or look past the dude at Walmart.
I said McDonald's, not Arby's. Let me just correct you.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
I understand.
You know what I mean? Great energy. I love it. But like I tell my girl, hey, keep that same energy when a nigga comes up to you and washing your wheels. You know what I mean? Keep that same energy when a dude is, you know what I mean? When he might be down on his luck. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know if you're single or not, but I'm just saying. And then I love the fact that, Maggie's keeping it real because there's a lot of women out there. And I'll be honest, and this is no nothing against you, Maggie, but that's kind of what I'm used to hearing. I'm used to hearing like, yo, nigga, I'd rather, hey, even my girl tell you, she'd be like, yo, like, nigga, have somebody in the.
You know why? You know why? I've been that woman. I've been the woman that she's describing, and then I'm still single today. So I wasted my time paying for this and paying for that to still be single today, to not have to where it's like, okay.
Blame that on perception. That is your fault and bad choices. That's all that is.
Yeah, because like his character is
Bad
what
choices.
you want to look at poor and say, look, I want to start this kind of.
No, the character, the way he treats me is what had me, what kept me, But then it's like,
what is a good?
Wait, let me.
What is a good dude?
Let me
to either one of you. What is your category of a good guy besides sex? What is a good guy?
Hold on.
Sex doesn't make you a good guy.
Biz is like, wait,
hold on. I wanted to get to some of these comments because they like flooring in.
Yeah, let's see what they're saying. Y'all better not.
I digress. I love you guys in. I'm sorry. I love it. You guys are amazing. Cat, I think Cat froze. Cat, you still with us?
Yeah,
we might have to go out and come back in. Cat. Go out and come back in.
How do I go out? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Am I still frozen?
Rob Hill says she's wrong. An ugly chick could have 5 niggas over in an hour. You darn skipping. I've seen big women do it.
Out and come back in.
Shalom. I read that one already.
Don't post this. You post it. I gotta go read what that said.
Oh my God.
He said rich woman can't mess with the broke dude. She thinks she be lowering her standards. Because she thinks she be lowering her standards. Unknown says she could be working at McDonald's, and as long as she brings peace into his life, he will try to get her.
Yeah, because he can upgrade the female. We can upgrade the female before females to upgrade the guy. You messing with his ego. You messing with his pride. You messing with a lot.
So I definitely want to get
like, look, and she rich. And like, I want you. I don't know what happened, man. Internet tripping.
So I wanted to get to. I want to get here to the conversation. Is that we were about to talk about that Notice was going into about men, like women knowing men or whatever, and this is going to go along with the BDE conversation, right? And the reason why is because do women know how to please men sexually, right? Do women know how to please men sexually? Wait, because I got a rebuttal to that. Do women know how to, why? Because Notice ended up saying it today. I knew this, but he ended up hitting me about it today. He said, nigga, do you know that 80% of women ain't having orgasms? And I'm like, damn, I know that. But
big ass
that's a big ass number. But that shows you right. So that's exactly.
So you motherfuckers laughing and we're not.
That's so funny.
Yeah, we're both here serious and they laughing. I'm like, this is
Pineapple.
Laugh at my pain, why don't you?
Oh no, we're not laughing at you. Laughing at the men, to be honest. That's what we laughing at. Really.
Right. It's pitiful.
You know what we doing? I've never had that problem ever in my fucking life, and it's just.
Or so you think. We don't like to tell y'all.
Exactly.
I swear,
they're trying to look. They're trying to get active.
We ain't trying to bruise no egos, and we get a whole nother name.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I was raised. There's nothing, and I'm very masculine. I'm a straight alpha. It is nothing. I know. When it comes to penetration, you guys do not have. When it comes to penetration, you guys that is not the end all be all. You guys don't. Majority of women don't even come by having sex or penetration by y'all. Y'all don't. It's foreplay. There's a lot wrapped up into it. It's energy. There's a lot wrapped up into it. Drinking, non-drinking, conversation, sex talk. There's so much wrapped up into y'all bottle of sex life when it comes to making y'all come. Yes, you have to be fluent in orgasm. And I fucking write a book, goddamn it. I'm just
if y'all can't make it happen with y'all piece, then make it happen with your mouth.
we know, sure. And then you can't tell me that there's a guy that on this earth that can make it happen every single time with his piece. There is no such thing. It's impossible. Impossible. One day to hurt, one day to feel good, next day when it might not be enough. That's just period. Period, point blank. That's why that motherfucking rabbit got a twirl thing on it and got the beads and the shit coming in and out and all that shit. Because it needs to be different every single time. Everything.
So the question is, do women know how to please men? Because 80% of women not having orgasms.
Well, the question's kind of weird because it's saying the opposite. It's saying that men don't know how to please women. So
no, the niggas is getting off. They're getting off. That's the part y'all not saying. They're getting there now. So it's like,
pleased. So I don't. That question's kind of
okay. So let me help you. Let me help.
Wait.
Let me elaborate.
Wait. The reason why I say do women know how to please men, because if they knew how to please men, then they would be pleased themselves. You get what I mean? Like you, like if you don't know
spiritual sense, yes, spiritually,
no, like okay, so for me and mine, right? I'm pretty sure, yes, I knew how to make a woman, make her, have an orgasm. But my thing was like, how do I make her come like 80 different times in the night? Right. How do I make her come like, 100? Like that was just my, right. I just wanted to like, just be, right. But then again, I had to be like, well, do she know how, like, because it goes vice versa. Like you just can't always want to be like, the pleaser. You gotta know how to be pleased yourself. You get what I mean? And sometimes like women don't know how to convey that off or convey that across to men, and they think, well, he just got a weak dick. Well, no, you gotta fucking talk to him. You gotta let him know, like, hey, you like doggy style this way, or this is the best position right here, or blah blah to be able to get what you know what I mean? Because no matter what, just the penetration between us, like
it's easier said than done. Some men, their ego is hurt. Like I've tried to tell a man before, and he like, this is what I like, and maybe we should try a little more of this. And he literally responded to me like, I know what I'm doing, and like got offended. Like,
and
it's easier said than done. Some men do not want to hear it. Some men are open. They want to hear it because they want to please. Other men don't want to hear it. Like you can say that, but you guys aren't all the same.
Ask the question. Did that man have money?
Oh, 1 second.
No, he didn't. He's still talking like that.
1 second. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I have a strong belief, and I could be wrong about this. Like I always stand to be corrected. I could be wrong about this, but I have a strong belief that a woman keep a man's balls empty, like that nigga ain't going nowhere else. And a lot of times, like it could be, women would say, "Nah, man cheat, da these, da." And I think, well, cool, you just put that out there, so cool, you're gonna get what you asked. You know what I mean? And they'd be like, well, no, men shouldn't do that. Men, well, if you go put that out there, then you're gonna get that. Like we've seen, like women who came across bad sexual relationships. Like what was it, DJ Envy and his wife? Like he wasn't able to make her come for like 27 years or some shit. It was crazy.
20 years. I stayed with him, and it wasn't until about year 3 that he was actually finally able to make it do what it did.
That's crazy. This is crazy. You get what I mean? Like, and so what was he doing the whole time? He always
Getting
claims like,
himself
well,
off.
I didn't have no problem eating
Right.
it, or I didn't have no problem eating her out and making her come that way, but just my nigga, please. Nigga, so dudes can look at that and be like, yeah, this nigga bullshit. No, bro, you wasn't. So she was probably getting some on the side, or blah, 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 whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of like, how long would you stay around until you got enough? Like
That's when
sexually.
I started the swinger shit because he was not. So it was like, well, maybe if we add another, or if we go here and see some more stuff, and I had to slowly but surely make it do what it do. It worked, but by then it was relationship over.
Like you used to open freak, which is nothing wrong with that because I've always entertained the swinger shit. But and one time I had, and I was like, and I had my boy pounded my girl, and I was like, oh nigga, nah. And I stopped the shit in the middle, like nigga, I'm the only one that fuck her like that. I was like, I thought I was cool with it.
We didn't introduce another man to anything.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he let Rambo come in. That's what happened. He let Rambo come in.
It wasn't ready. Just because it just I just didn't like the way he was pounding. I'm like,
you guys went to the extreme if you allowed her to smash another man, and then like that.
No, this is
real. That's real.
This is my girl. Like this is my girl. Like you know what I mean? It wasn't like a side piece or nothing. It was my girl at the time, and I was like, oh, like, you know what I mean? We kind of went into that space, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I thought I was cool with it. I'm like, oh yeah, come on, nigga, let's go. There she with it. Like nah, it wasn't. I was like, oh shit. So not to get off topic or anything, but yeah, that shit was good.
Look, even the women are shocked. They're like, what? Oh hell no, I wouldn't do that. Y'all shocked that. I would.
Hey, you guys, there's a lot.
But that's my thing right there. When is the line broken? Like when is it like, okay, that's enough? I haven't been able to have an orgasm in 20 years. I gotta get the fuck up out of here.
Well, I mean, I think that when you are intimate with your spouse, it should be a spiritual thing.
Okay.
So if you have a spiritual connection with your spouse, there should never be anything lacking. Okay. So that means there's going to be times where a woman may go without having orgasms or a man goes without whatever. But if you're soul tied and it's a spiritual thing, you're never going to have enough. You're never going to be like, oh, I don't want to be with this person. You're going to find other ways to.
I'm laughing in the comments. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, like sex is a ministry, even though people don't see it that way nowadays because it's so put out there on TV, like it's something that's fun and something to do, but it's really designed to make you closer and to keep you connected to that person that's supposed to be who you're supposed to be with. So if you're having those conversations, look at his face. If you're having those conversations and you genuinely love that person, there shouldn't be nothing that you guys can't work out so that both people are pleased. And if you're with somebody who's not willing to listen and not willing to please you, that's not probably who God has for you.
And
like,
you know what?
It's deeper than just telling somebody, oh, do this, and he's saying no. You should be paying attention to like, well, wait a minute, he's not willing to learn to love me. And she's not willing to learn to love.
Not another man.
Huh?
What'd you say, Maggie?
No, I was talking to Jazz the person who made that comment. I was just trying to sneak something in there.
He said not with another man. Like I agree with you, Kat.
He said you should. Oh, he said you should never introduce another person to your relationship. I read that wrong. I thought he said you should have. I'm like, I did.
Kat, see, this is where I have a problem with. I think what you're saying is beautiful. I think that's a very how should I say this? Feminist way of thinking, I guess. Because men naturally, by history and nature, have been kings with multiple wives. By nature, by DNA, our DNA is made up, and God has given us that ability. If you want to talk about spiritual, has given us that birthright from males just being born. Here you go. Let me bless you with woman.
Is it a birthright if he only gave y'all Eve?
Huh?
I said, is it if he only gave you guys Eve?
Only give us Eve. That's what you believe.
He only made Eve.
Okay.
He gave you one woman.
Okay.
One rib.
See,
especially for you, specifically for you.
Continue to read the White Bible, then you will go ahead and believe that shit.
Oh my God.
If you believe that, then you have to believe that they also believe the incest. Okay, so where do other people come from?
You know what? I never really wanted to think that far into it.
See, look, I'm just saying. Okay, so
but I have thought about that as well.
I know. So, but the fact
nobody.
of the matter,
hold on. Go ahead.
Oh,
no
go
one
ahead.
answered the question though. When does it cut off? When does the line cut? I'm gonna go in the row. I'm gonna give everybody let's give everybody a chance. But when does the line cut? Me and Notice already went through a podcast on this. But when does the line cross? When you I can't do this for the next 5 years because sexually it's not popping.
I mean, I guess after you've tried to implement different things, after you've tried to introduce different, things, it's like, but
was that after 5 years, 6 years, 9, 10?
I mean, I guess it'll be different for everybody. Like I went up to 3 years.
If you're with the person that God has for you,
hold on, Maggie. 1 second, Maggie. You went up to 3 years.
3 years, no, a lifetime.
He wasn't my husband or nothing. I didn't marry him. He wasn't the father of my kids. So, but had he have been any of those things, I might have went longer.
She said I might have went longer. I'm not laughing at that because that's not funny.
I don't know.
I feel you. I always say that. You know what I mean?
Maggie, you in 3 years?
Oh yeah.
No, she said no. She said that's the length. That's the longest she went.
Just not being happy sexually.
Right.
And by that 3rd year, that's when he got it together, and all of a sudden it's like, and I was really pissed because at that point it's like the relationship's ending, you're pretty much already great. So he was able to hold me for another 2 months because it's like, hold on, okay, but I was already mentally out of it, so it didn't really help.
Now the next bitch about to eat the fruits of your labor.
I know, I hate that.
Burn, bitch, burn.
Be like, thank me.
And I asked
after 1 second. Notice, let me
finish this question. Did he have the money? Did he have money or did he have BDE?
He had BDE, but like I said, he still did what he wanted to do with it. To where it was like,
BDE, but can't work it for 3 years.
Yeah, well, but that's why you can't really even say BDE because it's like big dick energy is more than just having big dick.
You're right. Okay. You're right.
So it's like,
I digress.
Okay. Miss Hertzen.
Yes.
When is it a cutoff line for you when you're not coming, orgasm? It's just not happening.
There should not be a cutoff because I should not be with somebody that I'm not connected to. Period. So I don't think there should ever be a situation where you give up on your spouse.
Okay, so what I should say is, is there a physical attraction that's nope, not happening?
I don't think you should be with somebody who you're not attracted to in the first place.
So
why even get into a situation where there's no chemistry, at all? That's not, you shouldn't even do that.
People are human. Okay, people do things because of complacency or the way their bills or bank accounts are set up at a particular time and then work out. So, and then they grow to love us, and then chemistry does.
I've grown to love some men that wasn't the most attractive man.
And that's fine. If you grow with them, then that should last a lifetime, right? If you've learned to love them. But
every time
I wouldn't even be in a situation where I'm walking into it not even wanting to be with that person.
That's brutal, though. That you're talking.
What I was trying to get to is that.
Okay, hold on, bitch. You're expecting everybody to be a spiritual connection to begin with, and that just doesn't happen.
You shouldn't be in a relationship with them. That's just me. I wouldn't get into a relationship
because she's in control of who she dates. So if she
Correct.
wants to be single for 5 years,
we
and
all should be in
like that
control of
one,
who we say, hey, I want this person in my space, in my life. So why would you even entertain something that you know is going to end in destruction, right?
That's not fair, Kat. That's not fair, because there's some people in this world that live in small towns that have only a certain circle. You laugh because you know I'm real. That's true. People have a certain circle where it's like, yo, I live
travel the world. There's nothing wrong with getting on a bus or a plane and going to another city and meeting people.
People don't have that option. Some people come from the trailer parks or the ghetto, and they don't. And
trailer parks have cars and they can drive to a major city.
Huh? I'm sorry.
You can have a trailer park and get in your car and drive 3 hours or 2 hours to a major city and meet people. I mean, that's no.
But I'm talking about the education level of some people that they just don't even know to do that. You know
but those people are the same people that will just be with somebody intimately and never be happy because they don't have, like you said, the education to find anything better.
But what if it? But they can be taught, right? Those type of people. What I'm saying is. What if
and some people have jobs they can't just leave to just go see what we can find. Like we got lives and kids to take care of and bills to pay. Like I think that's a lot. That's easier said than done. And who really wants to drive a trailer park? I mean,
no fucking sense. I'm sorry, guys. Like, these niggas
yeah, I'm like, what is he talking about? Yeah, he said 3 hours gas prices. If you really want to find who God has for you, and you don't think they're in your small little hick town.
Yeah, you got to get out.
Yes, he will make room for you to find who he has for you.
Scenario.
I've heard of women that get on Tinder and put a different area code or zip code so they can attract other men and talk to men in like the rich cities while they're over here in,
Well, that's the first problem is they're on Tinder.
So that's how people date nowadays. That's how people meet people nowadays.
True.
And they be married and they be happy.
But Tinder?
Yeah, Tinder's
I mean, there's christiansmeet.com and the Christians mingle too. Like,
yeah, that's better than Tinder, I think. I've heard. I don't know.
Well, I'm not familiar with all the sites. There's like
fucking with Tinder, you might as well post on Craigslist.
You know how bad Tinder is? Tinder has a rep like that.
Tinder is bad.
Horrible. So what other options do we have? I mean, like if you're into online dating like that, what other options, what other sites are there that are better than Tinder?
Instagram.
Going outside your house.
I don't think
if they DM.
He said Tinder is for fucking not dating.
For fellas out there, Snapchat is easier because you can delete your message if you are in a relationship. No, hey, I gave you that little.
Well, how do you find people to follow on Snapchat?
Nigga, go to the feed. There's a feed. There's a real.
I don't do all that. I don't know. I be on Instagram and Facebook.
You gotta catch up. You IG all day, huh?
Yes. My kids try to create me a Tinder though for me. They said that I needed Tinder. My kids made me a Tinder account. No, not a Tinder account. It was an app called like BLK.
Hey, you know that emoji.
Check.
I deleted it, but they did make it though. I deleted it, but they made it.
I'm glad we were talking about the that brings me to the now. It's not a video. It's more like a 15-second kind of like a slide, but you'll see it's kind of a sex fact that come up. So check
it. Drop with it, lean with it, rock with it, snap with it. All my ladies, pop your backs.
That is a fact. That is a fact. Statistic.
No.
With it, drop with it, lean with it, rock with it, snap with it. All my ladies.
If they receive what? Head?
To receive oral sex.
Yeah. No, I agree.
He said most likely. No. They're most likely to have an orgasm if they actually feel loved by that guy and he's making her feel like she's beautiful and all those things. It's an emotional thing. Unless you are unless you one of them tramp type women, you need to be feeling loved and cared for and all that. I mean, him just going down, some random dude just going down on you is not going to make you come. I'm sorry. So it depends on the.
I mean, but if you're already like having sexual relations with this person, that means you're already like, you know, intimate, already feeling this person.
Well, the statistic didn't say that. It just said you're more.
I mean, I think you gotta look at it
gotta be more
having sex with this person. If this is somebody you have sex with, you got to look at it however you look at it when you're having sex with that person. Are you more likely to have orgasm if that person that you regularly sleep with goes down on you?
Nope.
I'd say yes. I'd be mad when he don't lick it before he stick it.
You gotta lick it
because
it.
orgasm and diminishes that much, you know.
I'm just
everybody's different.
Caveat on top of cat. You know what I mean? I know what you're talking about. You talking about that.
So wait, I got a question for Kat. So Kat, you're in a relationship. You love this man. You guys are spiritually connected. However, he just wants to roll over and just put it inside of you. You will still orgasm just as much as you will if there was foreplay.
Well, I didn't say no foreplay. I think everybody should feel love before they're just being, you know, banged out. But I mean,
is oral sex not a form of foreplay for you?
It is, but that wouldn't be something that makes me go, "Oh my God!" Like that's not that's not my go-to.
Baby girl, you need something on me.
That's not my go-to.
So
Okay.
for a man at any given day can for a man at any given day can roll over, like she said, or stick that shit in, and you are just as likely to come than as the first time.
Without having, well, yes.
You are fucking. Where the fuck you been at? Like who the fuck?
I think no. This is what happens, you guys. I think media hypes up all that type of stuff. Our grandparents, our parents, they weren't doing that to do what they had to do. Like I think people talk about it a lot, and they over like.
My grandma didn't know my grandpa. She stabbed him twice. She stabbed him.
I'm just saying everybody's body is different. Everybody comes to terms with their sexuality totally different. That is correct. You know, some men don't even like women going down on them because they're not circumcised or they had a bad experience, and some women don't like that either, you know, because they had a bad experience. So I don't think that it's a good or bad thing. I think that whatever you do in your bedroom between your spouse is y'all's business. And if you guys are both happy with it, great. And that's something you talk about and say, hey, do you like this? Do you not like this? What do you need that pleases you? And I think the older and more mature a woman gets, the more she knows exactly what she wants. She's not going to be the same as she was when she was 20 in her 40s because she knows her body better.
And I'm with Rob Hill on this one. You don't like fucking head? Pussy, excuse my friend, rubbing your pussy on a nigga face and going, suck this pussy, nigga. Like, you know, that'll get you. Like,
that wasn't the question. The question was on that video. It said they're more likely to do because of that, and I'm just saying, like, I don't see the correlation.
No, but you come off like you sound like you in my head. That's what it sounds like. Like shit. No, just go ahead, hit this, baby. You know, we got spiritual ties. We good, baby. Keep those candles.
Don't get it twisted. Just because you have spiritual ties with people don't mean you're square. It just means that you've decided to choose that person that you want to do all those things with and not share them or you with anybody else.
I respect the cat. No, I respect. And to touch on your shit that you said earlier, like as I grew older, I enjoyed head. But before, like when I was younger, and it's because head didn't do nothing for me. Like you be down there for fucking hours.
Probably because she wasn't doing it right. They weren't really skilled at at young ages.
Girl, stop. Let me tell you. I told you I was in the Navy, right? Like I'm just saying, Navy. That's all I gotta say. Like I was like, yeah. You know what I mean? It was like, no. All of them. I had one that was like, I'm gonna super head your ass. Old heads had young heads, and it's just when I was younger, I was so full of vigor and like, bitch, I'm Goliath, and it's just nah. But then as I got older, I was like, oh shit, sit back and relax. You fucking right. I'm about to sit back and relax and enjoy this. So I think it's also a maturity thing. Right? And when it comes to sex, it's not just with that personal or spiritual tie. I think it's a maturity thing of, are you mature enough to enjoy that relationship with a person? Because some men might be 30 and still act 18. They're not mature. Some women might be 30, still act 16. They're not mature. So I really believe that when it comes down to shit like that, that it's a maturity thing. Like a lot of the time, excuse me, I ain't gonna say sometimes, a lot of the time, because motherfuckers live in fantasy world. They live in movies, they live in rap songs, they live in these things, and those things are just not
real.
It's just not reality. And for a long time, and I can say that because for a long time, I believed in the big house and the white picket fence. I believed in that shit. Didn't know that in that big house and the white picket fence, that the fucking dad was beating on the mom. I didn't know that. I didn't know the mom was a fucking drunk. I didn't know that. I didn't know that the sister was fucking the brother, or the brother was raping the dog. I didn't know that shit in that fucking reality story. So that's what I say. Like, yeah, a lot of people live in fictitiousness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you guys, we're gonna get into our main topic of the night. Thank you guys for tuning in. All our YouTube family, man. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe. Also, for more content that'll be arriving. Of course, we got some big stuff coming up. But people, thank you guys so much once again. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Yes, I see you guys in the back office. I'm going to bring you guys right up, but we got to get into the main topic right quick. So give us 2 seconds. Give us 2 minutes. All right.
Can we tell unknown if he or she is referring to me that I have tough skin? So if he's trying to be nice to save my feelings, he doesn't have to do that.
I think he was
Oh.
I think it was.
Wait, how did you see that? I couldn't see that.
I can't speak for her. But for me, I got tough skin.
If you look on the side, there's a comment where you could put like the type where it says comment.
Get off private chat.
You can't be in full screen though.
Oh, I'm on private.
Get out of full screen.
I've missed everything. Are they murdering me?
Okay.
Welcome.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The unknown person.
I feel some type of way that I'm the only person sipping on something.
Oh no, you're not. Oh no, you're not. Oh, you're not.
I'm like, I feel like I'm the only person that just keep.
Look.
I'm trying not to, but then at the same time,
you're like, nah, we got our drink too.
Hey, you
all in the back.
Never
I'm just more disappointed with it. Who did you just add that left?
So,
they're in the back office about to come up in a second, but I want to get into the main topic before we get into everything. As you guys can see, we're talking about it tonight, and yes, this is why I wanted to have this conversation in a way. I think I don't think I'm kind of accountability taker, so the conversations really BDE can make you change her life, but not exceptional, right? So I don't think just because a man can swing it and handle it, blase, I think you could digmatize her. I think she could, she may be infatuated, whatever, but I don't think that's exceptional. I don't think that's the end all be all. Miss Cat actually spoke on it tonight, a lot about like the spiritual part, the loving part. But I see the way, Maggie's saying it, like, yeah, that's after already, we accumulated some time together, and we've built up, because you can like literally grow to love people throughout time. But we got to be messy. Kim K, all right? Kim K, I don't know if you guys know about Kim K and their whole debacle with Mr. Pete.
With Mr. Skeet.
I missed that.
Let's check it out.
I did SNL, and then when we kissed in scene, it was just a vibe, and I was like, oh, maybe I just need to try something different. But Pete does not come to my after party. Everyone was at my after party. Does not give me the time of day. So a few days later, I called the producer at SNL, and I was like, hey, do you have Pete's number? And they were like, yeah. And I text him. I wasn't even thinking like, oh my God, I'm going to be in a relationship with him. I was just thinking like, heard about this BDE, need to get out there. Like, I need to just like jumpstart I was just basically DTF.
Now,
I remember seeing that.
If anyone knows what DTF,
Down to the
BDE part. I never heard the BDE. I heard that before the interview, but the BDE now is just like, there's hope for a lot of us out there, guys. We should be cleaning up the street. You should be street sweeping right now. Street sweeping. All the ones that's for the streets.
So that brings me to my conversation and the meat and potatoes of everything of that. BDE can make you, can make her change your life, but because she literally changed her life after, like, in the small portion of her not being with her husband no more, and they whole going through that whole debacle and divorce. I get it, right? But it wasn't her wanting to like know him. It was her trying to get some dick. Like I traveled across the country to see what. God damn, we talking about a billionaire, right?
She not billion, yeah.
I think she cracked $1 billion already.
No, she never had. No, her husband and her sister have, but she has. No, but you know what? You know what's crazy?
City boys up.
And I don't want to sound like a hater or anything like that, but I don't think that relationship lasts.
It's not.
I could be wrong, but anybody take that relationship serious?
No, it's not the relationship I'm looking at, right? It's not the relationship because this is kind of an old story. In media and entertainment, this shit like 2 years ago, but it was like 2 months really. But in media and entertainment, this shit like 2 years, right? So, but what I'm saying is the whole like the fact of it. She stopped kind of like what she was doing, spending time with her kids and all of this and whatever. Start getting around this BDE energy, whatever. Then blase. Then start bringing the kids and trying to influence them to be a part of the family. Then this motherfucker got tattoos and shit. And she was all like, it started going nuts. You know what I mean? And you look at that and it was all over the, you know what I mean? The BDE. The big energy can make you change your life.
Let me ask you a question.
It's not exceptional because he's not like an exceptional man, right?
How do we know that? How do you know that he's not an exceptional man?
Look.
What's considered exceptional?
Wait.
Well, no, we're saying we don't know if he's or not. That's up to
comedian. That's exceptional. Okay, comedian.
Huh?
All right, great. He's been in therapy, like not even therapy, like he's had mental health breakdowns. But now I don't say anything against that. I'm not saying there's nothing against that.
Her husband, Kanye.
You jump from one stat up, you jump in another?
No. That's what I'm telling you. Put the two together. Which one is more exceptional? Kanye, Pete Roberts.
Kanye.
We don't know. We don't know that.
No, because we've been able to see. I mean, from outside looking in, we've been able to see how Kanye treats her so nonchalant and insignificant, while Pete looks like he cherishes the ground she walks on. Like she said something, he's ready to go. She gives him a kiss, he's right there to give her kisses. Kanye would have her looking hella dumb because she want to hold his hand and she's trying to he just ignore her like he's there right there. Like, and that's your wife. Like, why would you? He was okay with embarrassing her in public in front of the camera. Pete doesn't do that, so you can't really say that.
You know,
Pete don't embarrass her in front of the camera.
Yes, he used to diss her. He used to dog her all the time. And she was dumb.
Kim broke up with. Do you know why Kim wanted a divorce? And you can fact check this. This is true. Do you know why Kim wanted a divorce?
I didn't look into it. I can guess, but I don't know for sure.
There was none of this abusive, none of this craziness, none of that. That had nothing to do with it. In her words in a private interview. You know what it was? She did not want to travel state to state and live in different houses with him. That's it. That's it. She didn't want to move on his will. That's it. She was tired of doing it, and she wanted to do her own thing. That's why they divorced. Had nothing to do with nothing. And
she's also mentioned how she what the heck? How he wasn't taking his medication, and she always had to come and fight his battles for him. And out there doing some wild shit, and she always had to speak up for him. And it's like,
I get you. I get you. No. You're right.
Here's my thing. I'm
right. It's just that I'm looking at the fact that sexual tensions is what forced her to make these big moves, and I'm like, well, damn, big energy is like awesome. It wins over exceptionalism. You know what I mean? Like,
it's been known for that.
You could be with the most exceptional dude on the fucking planet, and let another motherfucker come around and blah whoop de whoop. Look, we just said 80% of women are not like being pleased, so you got to think about that.
That was my point.
Why was she wanted to be pleased?
Exceptional than Kanye West. Kanye West is very exceptional.
How do you know this? How do you know what Kanye got going on?
You have what is called history, and then like when you follow a man's history, you can learn about a man, and when you learn about that man, you kind of get an insight of his life, and that's what I did. I follow Kanye from when he was young. He's been videotaped since he was fucking young, and this is some of the things that they're just. And if you read about him, I can't say that I know him personally, but I know him enough to know that I know him just like I know George Washington. Put it like that.
Oh my gosh. Here's what I would say. I would say that none of us, I don't like to talk about people's marriages, right? Especially when there's kids involved, because like at the end of the day, it's a marriage that got destroyed. And I pray that they work it out and actually get back together for not only for their kids' sake, but for them, because a marriage is something that's sacred and supposed to be forever. But we don't know who's got the better whatever, him or Pete or whatever. But I do know that a lot of people do have rebound relationships after they get out of relationships because they just want to feel loved or want to have some closeness because they miss that closeness. But that doesn't necessarily mean that is the right thing or the best thing for them. What they should have did is separated, took time apart, and then try to reconcile themselves back to God first and then back to each other. That's what they should have done. But, the world see things differently.
Well, they live in different limelights. They live in celebrities, right? They're popular. True. Their kids are exploited. Everything they do is exploited. Everything they do is on Instagram, social media, whatever the fucking case may be. So, like when it comes to people talking about like not you particularly, Maggie, but when anybody in the social media talk about he's crazy, I don't look at Kanye West crazy. I think there's certain levels of crazy. And
crazy. I mean, he's something else.
No, he's a genius. He's a genius, but crazy. No, he passed crazy. Kanye is a genius. He just conceited. That's the most conceited man I ever known. That man is conceited, but he a genius.
That's not the most conceited. Donald Trump is the most conceited. Goddamn it. Donald Trump's the most conceited. That nigga.
Kanye is his way or the highway. He gonna embarrass you at the same time.
Nah, man.
Come on, he had a fine ass woman.
Let me tell y'all what Kanye got. And you can obviously tell. Now, I could be wrong about this. I could be very wrong about this. But what comes off to me is that Kanye got that SDE.
What is
right?
SDE?
And I ain't trying to go there. I'm just saying that you know what I mean. He got that short dick energy, and Pete got the BDE, and obviously it's been pointed out there. Now I'm being messy as fuck, but what I'm
Yes.
showing you is that no. But
Throwing
what
it
I'm
out
showing you,
there.
huh?
Nah, I'm
But what I'm,
quit before I get started.
you know what I mean. But what I'm saying is nothing really kept her solid to him, like other than the finance, the kids. You know what I mean? It
The
wasn't so much.
marriage.
I don't think. I mean, look. Check this out. I've looked into this story pretty deep when it came to the whole because I'm a fan of Kanye like big time, man. And I looked into this story pretty deep, and Pete is a very disrespectful little motherfucker, bro. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, that motherfucker. But anyway, when y'all go like really dig into this, you'll start seeing social shit. Like there's a tattoo he got with Kanye kids. I mean the initials, and it's just crazy. You know what I mean? His best friend is fucking MGK and shit, and that motherfucker is weird. So there's a
Yep.
lot of little shit. That's why Kanye was flipping out kind of the way he was, and I'm like, well, damn, if people really knew what they knew, then they'd really be like, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit, that's some weird shit that Kim is doing with this type of guy, or whatever the case may be. Hey, a woman is allowed to do what she wants. You know what I mean? I am not the person here to say what she can and can't do. You get what I mean? But if I in the Bible says I still can judge. You know what I mean? So the righteous can judge, and I'm only being like cool, calm, collective about the situation. But I can understand why a woman is not pleased, whether it was sexually or not. But I think it was a more sexual factor. You know, I could be wrong with that.
The Bible says the
And what
righteous.
if we're all wrong and she was pleased sexually and she's just feeling hurt that it didn't work out and she's using this person to, I mean, we really don't
What?
know.
Hey, Notice just said other.
We don't
Earlier,
know.
right?
Right.
We don't
No,
know
no,
what
no,
happened in their home. They
Notice
might
just
be still together right now and
okay.
telling
I'm
all the
asking.
whole media circuit that they're not working it out. And they could very well be working it out, you
Okay,
know.
I'm answering your question. Notice said it earlier, and yes, I was being a little messy, but honestly, on some real shit, Notice said it earlier, right? Notice said it earlier
That's Ray Ray laughing.
about why she left or the reason of her wanting to do what she want, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't
We're
fuck.
talking about a man that wanted his family to stay together, right? We're
Everything
talking about this motherfucker moved close just so his
idolized her.
kids don't have to, you know what I mean? And this is we're talking about a very possessive dude in the sense the way he wants to protect his family well-being, his
And her.
kids' stability, his kids' social media lifestyle, like all of this shit. He understands the IP of it, which is intellectual property. He understands where they are. He understands everything they do creates a fucking dollar headline shit, right?
Yeah.
So you got someone that understands that, but you got their mom on the other line that's like, you know, we got money to make, bitch. Like, hey, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And so her whole thing be like, well, my friends told me about this guy, and I was with him on SNL. We just kissed a little bit and blase, but he didn't come to my party. He didn't show any affection to me. He
That's
didn't
what
say hi
attracted
to
her.
me. That woman was invested into
She's
him.
used to ruling over her. She's used to being able to get whoever she wants. So the minute a man doesn't show her any interest, it's like her now she's intrigued. Like, why doesn't he want me?
Hey,
I gotta do.
niggas is like that nigga knew the game. Cause that's the game. That's the game. That's the game. Like the game worked. Like when niggas see that, when we saw, I was like, oh, that nigga Pete tried. That's the only game in the book.
Wait a minute. What's the game? So I know what y'all's game is. What's the game?
He said he had all the cheat codes, right? He had the
Wait,
cheat
what
codes.
is the
The
game
game
so
is
that I
to act
know?
like you don't care. The game is to act like you don't care, to be nonchalant. And you know, some men even try to like play on your insecurities and say like give you a half-ass compliment or you know to
Oh, so you're saying the game is the guy like acts like he
You gonna
likes you
ask
a
me a
lot.
question,
Once he
Rob.
has you, then he tries to downplay you, act like you ain't cute, you're not pretty, you're not
no,
all that.
no, he's acting like you ain't on his radar from jump. And women, especially beautiful women, are used to having attention. They're used to being able to, you know, the men that they're looking for are usually looking at them as well. So whenever a man isn't giving you any attention, she's now intrigued because she wants to know why is he not attracted to me? Why is he not looking at me? Why is he not pursuing me? Everybody else in here wants me. Why doesn't he? And so
Okay,
now
but
she's
But
wondering.
ain't that like a lot of
can
females?
I say
A lot of
something?
females just
If
want
a
niggas
man
that's
is
gonna
not
fuck them,
giving me
right?
attention,
One
why
mic.
am I dealing with him?
No, I agree. I agree. However, that's not how all women are, especially when they're used to getting all of that all the time. And like Kim Kardashian can probably have not necessarily have him as a man, but she can sleep with whoever the hell she wants to. And this man's trying to act like he doesn't want to sleep with her. So it just is like she probably was like, okay, that's that BDE. Like I need some of that. I'm DTF.
So a perfect example, Cat, like either y'all walk in the room, right? Y'all used to getting compliments, and you know you look good, and you come in, and it's me, Ray, and this Bit is there, right? And then y'all come in, Bit, and they all just give y'all compliments. Every man in there give y'all compliments, right? But then you come over there, you say, "Hey, hi, how you doing? Oh yeah, it's a great night. Oh, yeah, you like my dress? Yeah, you all right."
That's
not
usually how it happens.
That man has another woman and he's being respectful, so I'm not going to pursue it. Or I would feel like maybe he's not that attractive.
I
So
must not be cute at all because I don't have any of that. I
Especially.
don't have anybody going, "Oh, you look good," and all that stuff. What most guys, they won't say anything to you, and they're just like sitting there staring or watching, but they're never gonna come and say anything.
Because
so
most guys are
I'm like, am I like, dog meat or something? Like I don't get that. I don't get that side. So I can't relate. I've never walked in the room and be like, "Oh yeah, you look good," or "Oh, you cute." Like no, it's more like, "Oh hey," and then they walk off.
Let me show you. What they're saying is that it's the entertainment world. In the entertainment world, a lot of the women are very attractive, and in that attractiveness, a lot of dudes attract to them. So when a woman sees that, oh shit, this one guy what's wrong with him? It's the pretty woman effect. It's like hollering at the ugly chick before hollering at the, you know what I mean? The pretty
And
chick.
just like she said earlier, you yourself said earlier, if a woman has money, she has that much more. So this is a woman who's beautiful. Everybody wants her, and she has money. Like so she's wondering, why is he not interested in me? I got everything that you want.
He's scared about Kanye. That's probably
even
why.
if it's just for tonight.
Then then to add on that, Miss Cat.
Hold on. Don't skip over what this cat said. That's fucking right too. She probably scared of what?
Kanye, I mean, if I'm a man and I know you're with him and he's powerful like this, and I'm not going to be stepping to you and being all thirsty because I may get popped in the mouth. You know what I mean?
Fucking crazy. You Kanye. Oh my God, that nigga.
Kanye.
You guys, be real. Like,
Kanye.
An average guy is not going
Kanye.
to some other dude's woman, especially if he knows the dude she's with has power or has.
Okay, Miss Cat, I get you. If Kanye was like a motherfucking, like, if he was Suge or Snoop or
Jay-Z,
I get you. You're right.
Who's on his side? What are you talking about?
But to say,
I was gonna say Kanye does have that type of power though. Just because he doesn't come off like that doesn't mean he doesn't have resources.
Hold up. We're talking about Kanye West here, right? Before we say anything, right? Before anybody go in, Kanye West lost his girl to a fucking little ass, like a little boy, right?
Yeah.
A comedian. Obviously, there's no alphanism there to like say that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get beat. Come on, bro.
I don't think he lost his girl to him. I don't think he lost his girl to that guy.
Hold on. Pete Davidson didn't break up the marriage. Pete Davidson didn't break up the marriage. They married broke up.
Hold up. She was already fucking with this nigga during the whole divorce shit. Like y'all don't understand. Like, this was so.
Where you getting this?
We're talking about a woman who is free to do what she wants. We're talking about a man who showed her how to like run her fashion line. Like, have you seen the credibility she give Kanye? Like, when she talks, like, there's a video of her. Wait.
But it go back to what I said.
Kanye doesn't even feel confident anymore.
He put her on lock, and he wasn't giving her that motherfucking dick. and then now she flipped out, nigga. He put her ass on lock. She was in chains. She was doing everything, and he wasn't pleasing her. And then she started saying, "What the fuck going on? I ain't squirting no more, nigga. I've got the cheese. I got the bread. You ain't showing me no attention. You got me in chains."
That
nigga,
pussy probably felt like a hot dog going down the hallway.
I thought once you go black, you never go back.
You know what? You know,
Hey,
on
why
some
you
real
do her
talk.
like that?
Okay.
Don't do that.
Before we end the
Man, I
podcast,
don't give a fuck about none of that big booty and none of that fake ass titty. That pussy probably garbage.
Nigga,
Straight
what
up.
you talking about? Nigga, that's surgery. She probably tightened that bitch up, nigga. Vinegar wasn't working no more.
Nigga, you got to do Pilates and all that other shit. And I'm tired. I'm sorry. What, she had 4 kids? She had 4 kids, right? 4?
Nigga, that don't mean shit, nigga.
She ain't got nothing but time. She ain't got nothing but time to work out.
Hold on. Did she have them naturally?
No, they're surrogates. Nigga, they were surrogates. So she got at least 2 or 3 balls left.
How many do we start with?
He's cracking himself.
He got some walls left.
You said she got 2 or 3 walls left. How many do we start with?
But surrogates,
right? Yeah. To my knowledge, 3. But you know what I mean.
Look, if that bitch don't grip like this, something wrong with it.
I think 6, 7, 5. I think it's 5. The left, the right, the down, the up. There we go. Yeah.
So check. People, thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's the Gasmasktribe TV podcast.
In the back
where
wall,
we filter out that
you can't
bull.
forget about the back wall. That's the main.
Hold on, ninja.
That's what matters. You got to bottom out. You got to bottom out, right? You got to bottom out. You don't bottom out.
You got to bottom out.
You got to bottom out. If you don't get that stomach push, then you ain't doing something right. Get off me. Get up. No.
Gasmasktribe TV podcast where we filter out that bull. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Before we head out of here, we just want to get some last words on everybody before we jump into our after hours. I know the ladies got to go. They got to get their beauty sleep and all that good stuff. So, any last words, any conclusions, anything, and people, feel free to chime in. You guys, the link is in the comments. Thank you to Twitch family. Thank you to our YouTube family. Appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe, but like it, comment. It helps the word to go out and it helps others to see this. But again, if you guys would like to chime in, debate, have a conversation with us, the link is in the comments. Miss Cat, anything you want to leave us off with, and on this BDE? Yeah, I mean,
well, what I'm gonna say is, I gotta keep it spiritual, y'all.
Wait. 1 second. Is size too big? Like, is it is size like what? Like, could it be too big? You're like, look, I love you. You're a great person, but that is way too big. I can't fuck with it.
Yes. I can say that everybody's body, their makeup, what they can take and what they cannot take is all divinely made and orchestrated to fit whatever it is that is there for them. But everybody's body is different. Everybody's desires are different, and everybody's what they're looking for is different. So you have to find the right person and the right piece that fits together for you.
You know what's crazy is that men will have like no problem of stating what they feel and where they at. Wait 1 second. Men will have no problem, right? Like, men could get on the panel and be like, "No, I don't like that shit personally," right? And we could stand 10 toes down on that shit. Or, I don't do I don't do that butt shit. Like, I don't do all that weird shit. And I don't do that shit. Like, I like my dick is gonna go rule the whole nation. Like, I ain't tripping, right? But men's can stand, like, we wouldn't say like, well, people can kind of do what they want, but men can. But women, on the other hand, would make this situation more of a blanket situation in the sense of where people could kind of do what they want. And that's not what I'm asking you, Miss Hudson. What I'm asking you, is the man is watching right now, right? Your ideal guy, right? Spiritual. Matter of fact, he's a pastor of 2 churches.
Hey.
Don't get it twisted. Pastors be bringing it.
Pastors is not all that.
They're regular men, just like you.
That's that holy power.
But what's the specific question that you want me to answer? The specific.
The question is, what is too big? If
I think there is a such thing as too big. Yes.
Wait. Hold on. I'm gonna spread it around. We go like, but what is? And I'm asking that personally, like from you. That man is watching right now, and he might be like, "Damn, you know what I mean? I can satisfy. That's my wife right there.
Yeah, that's my wife.
What is too big?
Don't have to be husband.
So he know to like, not even like, I ain't gonna get in time of day.
The answer to that would be to be determined.
Okay.
If it's that big, he's gonna have to marry me if he want me to be on it.
Let's not hear her.
Hey, she said you could be 12 inches.
If her spirit ties, she don't give a shit. It's going down.
You could be
shit.
You could be out. Hey, shit, you can have a motherfucking log out in this motherfucker. She wouldn't give a damn. Long as I got spirit.
Yeah, hey, look,
hey.
I gotta practice. I gotta work out before we go. But you know what I mean? Stretch. All that shit before we get there.
I'll run later.
Spirit ties.
I appreciate that though. Miss Maggie. Oh, I want you to finish your statement, dog, because I cut you off. I'm sorry, Miss Hudson. Let me let you finish, and I'll ask Miss Maggie the question later. But to conclude tonight, on Solution on Tonight and your thoughts on everything.
That was it.
Hey, Miss Maggie.
Okay.
Miss Maggie.
What's that?
What you sipping on over there?
What's that?
What you sipping on?
That pure white Henny.
All right. Now, what you sipping on?
Hold on, that's fucking Hennessy.
What am I sipping on?
No, nigga, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to the other female.
Shut the fuck up. That's new. See, this is why I got.
No, it's not new. It's not new.
Oh,
I just don't. They don't sell it in California. Like you gotta go. The only time I've seen it is when I go overseas. Like,
okay. It's
hard to get over.
It's kind of like the clear Hennessy did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's illegal in the States, but you can buy it and bring it back. All right, bet. All right.
Now, Miss Cat.
New Henny I ain't heard about, nigga.
Hold on, but I got more. Do you want to see the other pennies I got?
Just be off. Go ahead.
No, because they're gonna have to pay me for that. Cause
hey, Cat, what you sipping on over there?
Agua.
See,
okay, now next time you get online, we're gonna need you to sip on some
water and blueberries.
She said the
what
Lord.
You say, Ray?
I said next time she get online, we're gonna need her to sip on something so she'll tell the full truth. I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit. I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit.
You gotta.
I'm just gonna do this. Right there. That's all I'm gonna do on you.
You know what he said, Cat?
I'm gonna bring every time I come on. See if we get some sponsorships out in
gang.
Hey, don't start blushing now.
Blueberries into fermented grapes. Real quick.
I love blueberries.
See?
Now ask the
only blueberries if they're frozen.
I've never had them frozen.
I like them frozen. I can't have them. Like I will put them in my water just so that they can, add that little touch. But otherwise, I don't want blueberries.
Watch your oatmeal.
Yes, I put blueberry in my oatmeal.
You don't even look like you eat oatmeal, Maggie. You like oatmeal.
Erica said it's old. Erica knows what's up. Erica's a bartender. She said this pure white is old. This was not. This bottle was only
Hennessy. I never heard that, and I've made it my mission to drink as many liquors around the world as possible, and I have not came across.
Wow, you gotta try it then.
Swear to God, what does it taste like, Hennessy?
It's smoother than regular though. Like I only had it with ice. It was on the rocks.
I've been seeing you over there sipping. I'm like, nigga, you better slow down. If you over here slurring this, like, hey, you know what? Hey, fuck it.
So
look like
thank you, Miss Cat. I really appreciate you. I see that you're signing off. Thank you so much
Yes.
for tuning in with
Hey,
us, Miss Maggie. Before you get
hold on,
off,
okay.
what is okay? Ask the question because she's about to. She got to head out.
No.
We'll ask
See,
before.
if Cat's leaving, thank you for coming on, man. It's always a pleasure. I hope I didn't offend you. And we're going in. Like, I appreciate your energy and I appreciate your perspective. I just want
Matt,
to
you're
say
awesome. I love how we were
I love you
like
guys.
opposites.
I love talking to you.
That was so good.
Man, you going at it.
Hey, this is great. This is great. Why? Because I look forward to seeing Miss Cat and Miss Maggie on the show a lot more. You know what I mean? I think this was really great. Two different perspectives, two different sides. It's like it's me and Notice because me and Notice is like this too. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of shit that I see is
Definitely need it.
So
no,
yeah,
we got a
this is
bipolar
definitely
relationship.
The dialogue is better when we have different views and different perspectives.
Yeah.
We have
They
bipolar
said it's
relationship.
smooth. It's smooth. Yeah.
All
That's some
right. Well, love you
smooth
guys.
ass Scott Hennessy. Thank
Bye.
you so much.
Bye,
Shit.
love.
Erica Ma, I'm not trying to hear that shit. Everybody say liquor is smooth. Oh, this one's smooth.
But you gotta believe her because she's a bartender. And she's beautiful. So hire her.
I'm with it.
Erica, put your info on there. Erica, put your info on there.
Look, I'm gonna go. Order it and try it myself, and I'll tell you if it's smooth. Yes, some of them are smooth.
And she's pretty as hell too.
So check, Miss Maggie, for
Yes.
you, what's the size? The size matter. Is size like is it too big, like to where you go? I know we're about to head out of here, but it's
It's not often that you come across somebody that's too big. However, there is a such thing as too big. Like I'm not gonna sneaky link somebody that's too big because you just like if you marry me and we together like that, then okay, then I'll sit on it or whatnot. But dude, if you just like come in here like the ex or something, like no, I'm not about to just let you just wear me out. It don't even be enjoyable like that for a long time. You gotta like be like 30 minutes in before it start feeling good. Like I'm not about to play with you.
Wow.
So what time is a good time then? What time is a good time? What time is a good time for a man to like?
Guys, nigga, shut the hell
Nigga, be ready to marry me. Like you gotta tell me it's a forever thing.
Hold the fuck on. No, answer this question. So what is a good time? Say he's the right size. What is a good time? 15,
I mean, like, what do you mean a good time? Like 8 o'clock? Like, what do you mean?
No, like a good time for him to go. How long should a man last?
Oh, how long should a man last? I think a man should at least last like at least 20 minutes. Because I've had like some 5 minutes and we can't get ours off in 5 minutes. We can't do it in 5 minutes.
How long do you last? No, let they back they last.
Hold on. I heard somebody say we can last forever.
That's who said it.
No, I think like 15 to 20 minutes session. If it's longer, that's better. But
how long can you last?
With a 20-minute session, I'll be happy.
No, not you. I'm talking to her.
Oh, right. Oh, nigga, she can laugh.
You see your eyes got big. Like, I don't need no hours. You don't need no, I mean, that song, like, we could do it for hours and hours. Granted, that's lovely. Okay, but it's not necessary.
When is your nut?
You know why, man? You talk about 20 minutes.
Hold on, both of y'all can't talk at the same time. Hold on, what is?
Right, I don't know who to listen to. Which one of y'all I'm listening to right now?
So when is your nut cracked? Because there's hard nuts to crack out there. Like
before you even stick it in. Mm-hmm.
Do you need 20 minutes of dick? The fuck?
Now, if you don't get me off prior to sticking it in, then yeah, I'm gonna need at least 20 minutes. But if you want to go less than that, please make sure that I finish prior to sticking it in.
Hey, for all my notice followers out there, hey, look, all y'all niggas good.
You know why they last for 20 minutes? Because first of all, you got that soft nut. They got that soft nut. Ooh, baby.
Sound muffled. Hey, stop. You're muffled. You're muffled, guy.
Oh, I'm muffled? Okay, you hear me clearly now?
A little bit, yeah. That's better.
All right. Look. First they got the
noted.
soft nut. They got that soft nut. When they get that nut, ooh, they ain't really satisfied, but that nut felt good. Then they got that, ooh, yeah. Then they got the one that motherfucking want to shake. If you ain't making them shake and just squirting, then okay. That's why they want you to last for 20 minutes. See, a man, he get his first nut, he'd be like, oh, okay, but if you ain't got that ultimate, we good in 2 or 3. But shit, that female, she want that bitch that shake. If you ain't making her shake, scratch your back, and go crazy, then she looking at you like, okay, the dick was good.
I'm
Okay,
trying to tell you. Make her come prior to you sticking it in, and then after the fact, you have a better chance, and then that's when the leg shaking. Now she in love because you didn't made her come with head, and then you still brought dick. Like he brought dick too. Like
yeah.
Okay.
See, this is what fucked me up. This is what fucked me up about females. This is what fucked me up. Hold on. This is what fucked me up about females. Like, and I get it. Like there be some females, right? They don't like giving head. I'll be like, I look at them like they still make you. Like I don't
No, I ain't gonna lie, because you can get some head and it don't be nothing.
Hold on, let me get to my point. This is what I'm talking about. Like females are like, eat my pussy. I'm like, yo, do you know there's a lot that goes on down there? Right?
Hey,
a lot. I'm not even talking about. I'm not talking about coming. I'm talking about cum, sweat, blood, geese. There's a bunch of shit that just goes on in that area. And I'm like, yo, like so, like for some women, I think it is your duty to let me come first, and then I'll get you back.
Our duty.
I am so.
Our duty.
Notice. I'm
look.
Our duty is to make sure that you finish. Yes, but before you, boy.
Okay, let me give
before us. Nah.
Let me get purpose.
That's your duty.
Notice. If you want to nut out look.
Hold on, one mic.
One sound.
I'm just being real. Look, you take a girl out, right? Y'all have a good time, connection good. Y'all drinking, cool. She feeling you. She wet or whatever other case is. I get in the pussy. Pussy feel great. I bust. Now it's on me to make you feel better, or I should have pre-game. Like, nah.
Yes, nigga.
Don't even bother her if you're not worried about making her feel good. Like, stop wasting her time.
Hold on. Hold the fucking. Look, just because we have sex tonight and I bust quick because you got some bomb ass pussy does not mean that the second time you go out, I won't flip your wig. See, y'all women, y'all put so much on the first
date. We ain't giving you a second time if you don't do right the first time. So understand that.
Hey, you know the second, third times I had? Look, big dick energy. Look, I'm telling you like this. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I tell you. See, I don't ask. I tell you. Yeah, we're going on another day. Okay, daddy. So like, and not all women are my cup of tea, or I'm not all women cup of tea. What I'm saying is this, that the women that I could say about 98% of probably 99 of the women that I went with.
Look at Erica.
90% of the women that I went out with, whatever that I went out with, and I chose to have sex with them. And if I did, well, I was younger then, but I was giving them business, and it just for me it was garbage. For me, like
I let me tell you this little secret I learned.
How many girls that you before Facebook going? How many girls you smashed and it was garbage? Garbage.
That's right.
You and that shit, but then
honestly with me,
head on the first day. Nah, fuck that.
You gonna let me answer? What do you
Go
say?
ahead. Go ahead.
Uh,
I had a garbage.
so for one, we got the niggas in the chat is trying to figure out what Maggie is eating. You know, they all over Maggie's pizza, donut. No, they don't. They like yo.
My bad. The girls walked in with pizza, so I had to have a bite.
Look,
And now when I was on the phone and I was doing that, I was making sure the pizza was ordered because I didn't get it.
She said, Erica MA said, you better be ready to fuck again if you bust fast.
See, I like
and
this.
that's true.
What did she say? Wait, what did she say?
She said you better be ready to fuck again.
Like
Matter of fact, hey, Erica, join the chat. Join us. Join the panel. Join the panel.
That's my girl. Y'all add her.
Yeah, join the panel. We got it's gonna be
a perfect example.
I can vouch for my girl.
You know what's so funny? Because I won't say her last name, but there was a girl named Erica, that I knew back in the day, or whatever. And I'm sure this ain't the same person, but whatever. They're like, no, I know it's not. But this girl, I smashed, and I didn't know. I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't last 20 minutes. It was like 10. But she had some bomb, but she captivated me so much. She took a hold of the situation. She was like, nigga, you ain't going nowhere. Get back here. Whoa. And I was like, yo, and was able, and I'm gonna tell you like that. After that, it was like 2 or 3 hours. And I'm like, what the fuck? And we were drunk. We went on drugs, and then we was on straight. She was on fucking what's that fucking drink? That rosé, and I was on Hennessy. And it was great. So this is what I'm saying. I'm glad that she brought that up, because that's what I'm saying. Like if my whole point was like, if we do come fast because y'all got some good, or because we are anticipating, or a night looking, because most men are that way. We're thinking about fucking you as soon as you walk in the restaurant, or as soon as we pick you up. We're thinking about fucking. We thinking about positions. We thinking about like how her head game is, and this and that. We thinking about how wet it's gonna be, if it's gonna be if it's gonna that shit.
So your foreplay? That's like your foreplay?
It ain't even foreplay. It's just we're motherfucking ourselves.
I'm just saying. You
working.
have like a mental foreplay. We be like waiting on that physical foreplay.
Sure, but I'm telling you, we are
I don't know
doing.
what the fuck you talking about. I don't feel shit until my dick is on it.
That's fine, Biz, and you're not. I'm gonna tell you like this: when you're sitting at the table, I'm thinking what your areolas look like. Sometimes I'm like, oh shit,
they look like hearts.
You stupid! Get the fuck out.
Look, Erica M said facts.
Tell him, babe. Tell him.
That's what I'm talking about. Facts.
Oh my god!
Don't play with it.
You look like shit.
Yeah, I mean, like the video, everyone. Y'all should be liking this.
Biz, you're telling me that you haven't been on a date with a woman, and you probably say no.
I tried to tell you last time. I tried to tell you this last time. You didn't believe me. I've never asked a female out on a date. They always
just ask her out on a date. They always
ask me.
But never been out with a woman, and you be like, the whole time you talking to her, like, yo, I was sticky in you, get ready the fuck out of you. You never thought about that?
Nah,
hell yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's never made me like pre-com.
I'm still stuck on he's never asked anybody on a date.
I quizzed him about this, and he's
how?
Because females, like, I guess being an entertainer, you kind of don't. I've been an entertainer since I was 12, so I never really had to like, you know what I mean? It's always
accent.
Right.
He's
you know what I mean?
He's never asked.
I feel like that doesn't give BDE.
Rob said,
that doesn't.
So I was like, nigga, you fucking lying.
I know. I thought it was a joke too. I thought it was a joke, but literally, like all the females, like from Filipinas to Puerto Ricans to Dominicans to like Salvadorians, where I'm at now. Like I've never. It's always happened like as friends, right? And it turned into like something after that. You know what I mean? So it's never been like where I was like, yo, you want to go out with me? You want to be my boyfriend? You know what I mean? Blaze.
Rob said cat.
I get it a lot. Like a lot of people like, what nigga, you never asked
Erica, Erica, click the link. Join the chat, babe.
Erica, click the link, join the chat. Look, they telling her, they in the comments telling her to join the chat. But for real, so but when it came to like, like sexual activities, oh, like that's my shit. Like I love that. Like I'm with it. I don't mind going like hour and a half.
Grill that nigga, grill him.
I don't mind it. You know what I mean? So I've anyway, I've never been in that like headspace. I've always kind of been great at that position where and then again, like me, I don't get off if she doesn't get, like, it kind of feels weird, you know what I mean, in a sense. Like I understand quickies, you with the person, you guys been with your special person, you guys been together for a while, it's cool, things may divert and other things like that, so you may have to come back and kindle some shit. But like when you like meeting somebody on the first time around, one night stand or some shit, and what I mean, like most of the homies be like, nigga, man, that shit was bunk, or they be like, nigga, she was good, or whatever the case may be. But I don't really have no problem with it, like in that position. Like it's just like I like to make sure that she has a great night. You know what I mean? Cause I'm gonna get mine off. Like dudes don't understand. Like we gonna get ours off.
So might as well take care of her.
Right, exactly. That's how I'll be looking at it. Look, I'm thinking about it. No, you got to jump on here, man. You got the people's all the homies in the comments, like, oh man, we got to get Miss Erica MA on. You know what I mean?
Well,
so
yeah,
I'm
gotta jump on.
So that's
I am feeding off my babe. I want her to join too.
See, yeah, that should be like the big thing. But I just thought, the whole convo about the BDE and understanding women having men and women don't have unfiltered conversations about sex, just on a general scale. You know what I mean? Just on like what I like, what you like, what women like, what men prefer, what women prefer. You know what I mean? Like even tonight, like to see both sides of the spiritual, and like there was a comment came up earlier about that. I'm glad you guys are talking about some real shit other than the spiritual stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't take nothing from it. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go ahead and read some of these comments. On tonight's convo. Magging Pizza, they said try the 190 proof moonshine. It's smooth. LOL. I bet that shit is, motherfucker.
190 proof. I'm gonna die.
So
I love my life.
Maggie being hyped over there. Her comments like if she call in, they could make these talk even more fun. Yes, let's make this talk even more fun. Yeah, call in. They're telling you to call in, Erica. So, but definitely, definitely we need to have more of these conversations because it keeps things hot. It keeps things interesting. It makes makes niggas aware when they meeting women, like, because now we ain't got to go with our dick in our hands. We can now walk to y'all and have a conversation with our minds. You know what I mean? And I can understand how you were talking about earlier, like, nah, I don't want that. I ain't gonna tell them, like, yeah, I like a doggy style and I like when you put my leg up and shit. First meeting this motherfucker. I don't know this nigga, right? I not get it. You know what I mean? I feel that. But after knowing that person for a week or two and you guys start having those conversations, at least those conversations be easily had. You know what I mean? No one's feeling awkward because we're all having the conversation. People are talking about it. You know what I mean? And then women need to tell men how to fucking make them come. Like, you need to know. A lot of women say that shit. Look, this is what I wanted to say earlier. A lot of women say that shit. I don't come, or I can't come, blah, blah, blah. But a lot, you ain't telling this nigga how you want to come. Because a lot of females don't really know some females don't know their bodies. Like, they don't know, like, certain positions can make them come more than other positions, right? But they have to discover that. So depending on who they're with, if they're not like sexually experienced or sexually open, then they're not gonna open to all these different sides. You know what I mean? So
that it can even be just like even when I was with my woman, I tell my woman like, "Yo, I want you to do this. I want you to do that." And I be trying to make her squirt. Like I want to squirt. I like to squirt, but like, shit, tell me what the fuck how to make this squirt. Stop playing with me. I ain't trying to be down here, motherfucking playing with the little man in the boat for 3 hours, and you ain't squirting.
Squirting ain't happen every time, please. I'm gonna tell you, scientifically, it ain't happen.
So thank you so much, Miss Maggie.
Basically, when a nigga down there, and if I give you,
hold on 1 second, 1 second. 1 second, we gotta let Miss Maggie go. Thank you so much, Miss Maggie. I really appreciate you. You have anything you want to say before you head out of here?
Having me, guys. I want to thank my friends for tuning in. Love you, Erica. Love you, Rob. And I'm looking forward to the next
Oh, speaking of Rob, before you go, Rob said something about earlier about Kanye. Like Kanye said something about slavery and da this and da that. Hey, Rob, I want to not correct you, but I want to give you a different perspective, right? Not all men, just because they choose to follow or idolize certain things from other who are not like most amongst the masses, right? Trump is not liked amongst the masses, right? We can understand
I can
that.
fuck with Trump.
And yes,
I can't stand him, but I'll vote for him again.
Right, you know what I mean? But I'm saying what you call? No, I will too. Like if I did, I would vote for him. But if I did, I would. Hey, check this out. Hey, check this out. All I'm saying. Hey, check this out. Check this out. Ain't no. Hey, check this out.
Yes,
I can care less. Hey, I can care less what a motherfucker may say about a motherfucker words, right? He said this and he did this and he did. That's all you can say about Trump, but you can't say he fucked up the community. Wait. No, stop. You can't say he fucked up the community. You can't say he put us in a deficit. You know what I mean? You can't. Come on, bro. That's bullshit. You can't.
You're right. You fuck up the community. You fuck up the world. So
you know what I mean? No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yes, he fucking did.
Anyway, and that's the whole part people may not see. I'm not Kanye is not what you may think. People may think he's all out there, he's crazy. You know what I mean? Honestly, he's smart as fuck, if people understand. The guy is smart as fuck. He knows how to maneuver media and he knows how to maneuver entertainment. Now, if you're not on that level to understand that type of intellect, and that's not to say that someone's dumb or not. No. That's not, we just don't know. We're just not there in that realm to see what goes on. And a lot of these people are highly, highly sought after than you think. You know what I mean? So just because he might agree with Trump's ruling or whatever the case may be, or say what he said about slavery, how he said slavery was a choice or things like that. You know what I mean? I just, people had the right to fight back. They just chose not to. That's the difference. So when we say slavery is a choice, I was mad at him. But when you look at it, slavery is a choice, and we had the right to fight back, but we didn't. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, hey Maggie, hey Maggie, thanks, yo. Like for real.
Thank you so much.
I love the energy. I love the realness. The one thing I cannot stand is when a person gets on here and they get all camera shy and then they talk about the shit that is not even really truly in their hearts. And I appreciate for somebody to come on here and be a real person, not even just a woman, but a real person. And then on caveat on top of that, be a real woman.
That's right, Rob.
That's some real shit. And then have your friends and everybody, doing the same thing. So big up. Hey,
we keep
just
it real on my end. Everybody I fuck with, we keep it real over here. We grown.
Next time, you better get on that motherfucking glitch. What was that DoorDash glitch? Order everybody pizza around here. God damn it!
Hey! It better be a glitch. But if it's glitch, I got y'all. Or y'all better just come over here with me.
Look. Hey, UKTH runs our show now. He says, Maggie, cool people, feel free to come back. Okay, cool, bro.
Thank you.
Look, they look, we don't run the show no more. They run the show now. You know what I mean? They want you back, Maggie. They want you back.
For real though, good energy, man. Great. Hey,
thank you so much, man. You real cool, man.
White energy.
Thank you so much, Brody.
That's real cool shit. So yeah, thanks.
We gotta
man.
get Miss Maggie out of here, people. Yo, thank y'all for tuning in. Gasmasktribe TV podcast. Before we enter on our after hours, thank y'all so much for tuning in. And we're gonna have the last words. Miss Maggie, thank you so much. You were really great. We gotta have you back again.
I'll stay tuned in on the YouTube.
And we'll have our after hours in a second, everyone. Last words with Big Notice. Bang.